Please allow us some time. We are waiting for some more participants to join. In the meantime, if you have any questions, are you all familiar with the IELTS test format?
Yes, ma'am.
You are, Aman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So you know there are 4 modules?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing, Aman?
Now I am currently completed 12th from
Oh, you've completed your 12th, okay. And what are your
yes.
plans
You
for the
got?
future?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you
I'm
planning to
BBA
do?
for abroad.
Sorry?
I'm BBA Bachelor of Business Administrative. BBA.
Okay. So which country are you looking up for? New
I'm New
Zealand. Okay.
Zealand.
And band, what is the band requirement?
6.5.
Okay. All right. So when are you planning to take the test, Aman?
I'm 26 this
Sorry?
month. I'm 26 November.
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So have you already started your preparation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how are you doing? You're doing on your own?
No, ma'am. 3 months coaching. And
Sorry?
now I'm three
Sorry,
months coaching.
you're taking coaching from
IELTS Band 7, Dehradun.
Dehradun. Okay. So have you completed your all the 4 modules?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. All right. Good evening, everybody. Anybody having any questions? Gursevak, what are you doing currently? Anybody wanting to share what they're doing? All right, let's start with today's session. Okay, so IELTS is basically a test of your English proficiency. You are tested upon how well you can communicate when you migrate to an English speaking country. How well you can understand, how well you can write, how well you can read. Okay. So basically, you are tested upon 4 components, right? Which is reading, uh, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Okay. These are the 4 components. These are the 4 modules which we are mainly covering during our training program. We will be covering each module. Okay, it is a around 25 days program, and we cover all the modules. We cover all the types of questions one by one. Okay, in an elaborate way. We also explain you. We also uh, tell you about the various tips and strategies which help you do your paper in an effective way. All right. Now, IELTS is International English Language Testing System. It is mainly designed to assess the English language ability of people who tend to study or work where English is the language of communication. It is generally accepted in UK, Canada, Singapore, Australia, and New Zealand. It is offered in more than 500 locations in 120 countries, and it is conducted on 48 fixed dates in a year and 4 times a month. Your test result is valid for 2 years. So when we say your test result is valid for 2 years, it means you can keep using the same result for 2 years, right? There is no pass or fail in IELTS test. You get a band which ranges between 1 to 9, okay? Wherein 1 is the lowest and 9 is the highest, right? Your test result is valid for 2 years, right? But there is no limitation as to how many times you can give the test, okay? But every time you register yourself, you will have to pay the registration fee, okay? So it is advisable that you take proper coaching and give your test fully prepared so that you achieve your desired band in the first go. This is your test structure: listening, reading, writing, and speaking, right? Your total test time is 2 hours and 45 minutes, right? Out of which 30 minutes is for listening, 1 hour reading, 1 hour writing, and 11 to 14 minutes is speaking, right? Your listening, reading, and writing, these three tests happen on the same day, one after the other, right? Speaking, however, is held at a different time and date altogether, okay? It can be also on the same day as these three tests, but it will be at a different time, right? This is the stress structure. Please go through it. If you have any question in between, please feel free to ask. So we see here the structure of the test, right? Listening, which is a 30 minutes test, has 4 sections and you have 40 questions, okay? Which mean 10 questions in each section. Reading is a 60 minutes test. You have 3 sections and you will be given 3 long passages, right? You will be given 3 long passages of 1100 to 1200 words, right? You will have to answer around 13 to 14 questions in each section. In all, you will get 40 questions. Writing is again a 60 minutes test. You have 2 tasks, task 1 and task 2, and you will have to write around 400 words. Okay. Speaking has 3 rounds. It is an 11 to 14 minutes test and it is a face-to-face interaction with your examiner, right? The objectives of IELTS. So in today's session, we will mainly be covering the reading test. So basically, the reading test determines your ability to read and understand the meaning of the written text, right? How good you are at skimming the passage, understanding the questions being asked. So this module comprises of 3 sections with 5 passages in general training, right? So we at Career Launcher, we only train for academic module, which has 3 sections, okay, which has 3 long passages, right? Now these passages are extracts from books, magazines, newspaper, and journals. For each correct answer in your reading, you get 1 mark, okay? Now these marks are converted into bands. So this side is your raw score, that is the marks which you get. So if you get 39 to 40 correct, you get a 9 band. 37 to 38, you get 8.5 and so on. So you can just have a look at this. Sanya, what do you want me to explain again? How marks are given, okay? For each correct answer, Sanya, you get 1 mark, okay? These marks are then converted into bands because you get your result in bands. So these marks are converted into bands, okay? So if you have 39 to 40 correct, you get a 9 band. 37 to 38 correct, you get 8.5 and so on. Is it clear? Okay. These are certain frequently asked questions. Please go through them.
चार्जर किससे हम वो
There is no penalty, there is no negative marking. Okay, so if you do not attempt a question or if it is wrong, you will not get any marks, but you will not be penalized. You can use all capital letters, okay? It's your wish. You can use capital letters in writing your answer. Now, when you start attempting your reading question, you should always look at the instructions. Always read the instructions. Okay. Now, what these instructions can be? These instructions can be how many words you can use to answer a question. You can find an instruction which tells you that you cannot use more than 3 words. Okay. If it says you cannot use more than 3 words, then you shouldn't be using more than 3 words. You can use 1 word, 2 words, or 3 words. But even if a small word, smallest word like a or an is used, your band will be affected. Hyphenated words are counted as 1 words. Compound nouns are also counted as 1 word. Okay, we should not use brackets. Okay, before we move further, there is a link which I have shared in the chat box. Okay, this is the link for the feedback form. I request all of you to kindly fill it up and submit it. I'm waiting for you. We will go further after that. Okay, thank you. I hope all of you have filled it. Kindly do it. Okay, now there are certain answers which you get in order. That is, when you go through the passage, okay, you keep getting your answers. There are certain type of questions for which you get your answers in order, right? But there are certain type of questions in which you have to go up and down, you have to go back and forth looking for the answers. So this is the list of the question types, and whether you get the order, whether you get the answers in order or not is the list. Please go through it. All right. Now, there are certain reading strategies, okay, which we need to keep in our mind. Skimming and scanning are must-have skills which you should be having, right? Now, what is skimming? Skimming is running your eyes very quickly over large chunks of text, okay? Just going through the passage, just having a glance at the passage, okay, to see what the passage is mainly about, right? Uh, there is no need to read the whole passage in the beginning. Okay, it is a sheer waste of time. You should never read the passage when you get the passage. Okay, you have to just go through the passage, figure out what it is talking about, right? Scanning. Scanning is something which you do when you look for your answers. Okay, identify the keywords, right? What we do, we identify the keywords in the passage, and with the help of those keywords, we try to look for the answers, right? Please go through this. So basically, in the beginning, you have to identify the keywords. When you get the question paper, you go through the question, you identify the keywords. These are the main steps to get a higher band. Skim the passage, read the question, identify the type of question. This is very important because once you identify the type of question, then only you will be able to uh, follow the tips and strategies for that particular type of question. Multiple choice question. Okay, this is one type of question in which it can be of two types. Okay, you can be asked to pick up one choice or maybe more than one. That would be specified in the question. So you can just go through this, and this is the sample question to show you what type of a question you get. Key tips. Read the question first to know what is to be looked for while reading the text. The answers will be in order, which makes it easier to find the answers. Read in detail, as skimming and scanning does not help much. Watch out for distractors such as every, almost. These are certain distractors which, when used, can change the meaning of the sentence altogether. Right? Most people who ate the prawn sandwiches at the party were ill. Okay. Now you see here everyone who ate and most people. The meaning is different. Okay. So now you have to really look for these distractors. Don't leave any blank answers, as there is a chance the answer might be correct. True false not given are very interesting but very tricky. Right? Now, true false not given, you will be given a set of options. Now you read the options and you try to look for that information in the passage. If you find that particular information, you mark it as true. If you cannot find, you mark it as if you cannot find, you mark it as not given. If you find a contradictory answer, we mark it as false, right? This is a sample question to show you what type of a question do you get. Okay, now this is a sample question. Let's attempt it. Okay. Now, how I will tell you the first one, how we do such type of questions. This is the true, false, not given question. Now, first, we read the options which are given, the statements which are given. The Thames Tunnel was the first tunnel ever built under a river. Now, first of all, we identify the keywords. The Thames Tunnel, first, built under the river. These are the keywords. Okay, now we start reading the passage. The Thames Tunnel was built under the river. So we get a part of answer over here. It was the first tunnel. We also get the second answer. Okay, so we write it as true. Okay, now try to do the rest of the four. I'll help you out. Okay, so let me show you the answers. These are the answers. First is true, as we had found out. Second is false. Okay, because it says the Thames Tunnel was the eighth wonder of the world. Okay, was. Okay, but here if we say, it says people claimed. So they mean different. So which means it is false. The tunnel was used more by middle and upper classes. There is nowhere in the passage mentioned that which class used it more, so we will mark it as not given. However, there is a mention of people from all classes using it, right? People were able to travel by sea or land in those days, in the age of sail and horse-drawn coaches. Okay, which means sail means water and horse-drawn coaches means on land, right? The aim of the tunnel was to turn a profit as a tourist attraction. Okay. Now if you read here, the aim had been for the tunnel to be used by wheeled vehicles to transport cargo so that it could bring in a profit. So not because it will become a tourist attraction, but because it will promote cargo transport, which would get them profits. So it is false, right? Now, a question which is similar to true false is yes no type question. The strategy is same, only difference is for true false we look for information, yes no we look for the author's opinion, author's perspective. Another type of question is matching heading, in which you will be given two set of options. Okay. Now these are the various headings for the various paragraphs. Now what you have to do is you have to read the paragraph, find out the gist of the paragraph, give a heading to your paragraph, okay, and then match it with one of the options which is given over here, right? This is matching heading question. Matching information, please go through it. Matching features. Matching features, you will be given two sets. Okay. It can be, in this case, it is the, name of the inventors. It can be name of the researchers, and there can be researches made by them. So you have to read the paragraph and then match the name of the researcher with the research made by him. Then is matching sentence endings. Okay. This is the sample question for that. Okay, this is a sentence ending question. Okay, try to do it. I will help you out. Kindly attempt it so that I can show you the answers. These are the answers. Check your answers. Okay, now this is matching heading. Okay, now try to attempt this. You have to read the paragraph, okay, and then look for the correct heading. Okay, just try it, otherwise, I'll help you out. So you see, this is the answer. For the first one, the answer is mysterious mountain man. And from where we get the answer? From here. Read this. No, Sanya, if you read the paragraph, it is mainly focusing, it is mainly telling about a person, okay, which uh, people have seen, right? and B is 2, that is, you've got correct, okay? Now try out third and fourth. Okay, so Sanya, you have written seventh and sixth. Okay, one is correct. This is seventh, right? But this is fourth. Okay, because it talks about a lost evidence. Okay, if you see here, there are various other descriptions of the, monasteries with almas artifacts, even one with a complete stuffed almas. Unfortunately, communist purges in the 1930s led to the destruction of all but one of the country's more than 500 monasteries, and these artifacts were destroyed and disappeared. Right? So it is a lost evidence, right? Okay, now try to do this. These are the answers. For E, it is 5. And for F, it is, yes, Saifullah got it right. Very good. Okay, all of you, please try. This is very interesting. Matching heading is really interesting. Okay, another type of question is sentence completion and short answer questions. Sentence completion, again, you will be given a sentence, you will have to complete it, right? And short answer questions will be usually the WH questions which will be asked, and you would have to answer them by finding the answers in the passage. This is a sample for a sentence completion type question. This is a sample of um, short answer questions. You can see all WH questions are asked. Then this is note table diagram completion. You will be given notes or a table or a summary which you would have to, with some blanks which you will have to complete. This is a sample of diagram completion. You can attempt it. Okay, so these are the parts of the leaf, right? Now, this is one sample for you for summary completion. These are the highlighted answers which will go in the blanks. You can have a look at these. Okay, so this is it all about reading, right? Any questions about reading? Okay, so this is the information about the online live classes. We have around 30, over 30 hours of live online classes. These are live classes just the way we had just now. These are not recorded. We also provide you with study material. We also have an online practice module in which you get to practice over 700 questions, right? We have group review classes with mock analysis. We also have feedback and performance analysis by the faculty. You would also have access to recording, right, of the classes. We also have dedicated Telegram group for doubts. Okay. Free admission, we have free admission consulting. Our batches start every week, right? For enrollment, this is the number where you can contact. Okay. You will get all the information regarding fees and everything. Okay. So you can note down this number and get in touch with this number. Okay. Now, any questions you want to ask me? All right. So if you do not have any question, we can end the session over here. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Good night.